What the fuck is she listening to?
Dragon cock.
It's just reminding me that I should
Okay.
redeem.
It says it's recording, so I assume it's recording. Would anyone like to give a recap?
PTSD for me.
Hey, yo, no cap.
Alright.
Went into the thicket, went to the obelisk. We asked for, initially it was
Secrets.
Milo, hold the door, and Ataru. We asked for secrets. We got a really dark magic book that went into Milo's body because Ventress opened up a mouth. That opened up a mouth on Milo's stomach and just snatched it.
Still processing that, by the way.
Yeah. Then we got yeeted out. And then Rev and Sock went in. They asked for
Restoration.
What's the name of the sword again? I want to say
Gravethorn.
Gravethorn. Okay, thank you. They got a sword called Gravethorn, which attached to Sock initially and was attempting to kill them. In the process of trying to get the sword off of them, they were turning into a werewolf. It was a very stressful situation for all of us. And then while in the midst of turning into a werewolf, they had a flashback, controlled their werewolfism, and tore off the sword.
And then Alpha Dom chatted the sword into submission.
And then before all of this, we got out of Kalphas.
My boy.
Through means of deception and just dipping it. And now we're back on the journey to go get the orb. Did I miss anything?
I mean, there was like some smaller moments. Like at some point, there was a bit of like heartfelt stuff between like Milo and Hold.
I know Milo and Rev had a conversation in the woods as well.
Milo and Red have a
Yes.
conversation. Yeah.
I almost ripped off Sock's arm.
Hold said something along the lines of, "Rev, if only you were a human," or something like that, and it caused Rev to be in like a 6-hour depression.
Yeah. I did do that. I didn't. Hold did, but yeah. That did happen. I did kind of gaslight you there.
Gaslight girl boss.
I mean, that was our slogan for the early campaign.
Now it's like
True.
gaslighting starting to hurt us now because we haven't done it in so long. We're like, fuck.
Now we're like, wait, we actually care about each other. Shit.
Yeah, we're like, shit. Why does his words hurt now?
Maybe we stop gatekeep gaslight girl bossing. Maybe we just girl boss. In a party with only one girl.
We
I
can
also
still
got a
gatekeep a
special
little.
feat. I got a special feat called Badger Killer.
Yeah, you do have some special feet.
Now animals
I
stare at
forgot.
me.
Yeah, you just freaking screwed up that badger.
Grabbed it by the neck and slammed it against the tree.
Honey badgers famously don't give a shit until they get their necks snapped against a tree
Yeah.
by a cliff.
Wasn't even a honey badger. It's just a
It's just
badger.
It was just a badger, yeah. And now now animals in the wooded areas just stare at me suspiciously.
It's bad luck to kill him.
Was it a spell?
No.
I forgot Milo did say that.
It's bad luck.
Very well then. Each of you awaken in the morning from fairly uneventful rest of the night compared to the first half. The luminous small branch thicket is now just a dense patch of shrubbery and twisted and braided trees. The luster of the fireflies that appeared in the night are gone. and it looks no more ominous or intriguing as any other densely packed wooded area. However, according to your knowledge and map of where the MacGuffin, this orb of anti-convergence that Sherazad had indicated on the map, it appears to be on the other side of the thicket. What is everyone doing as they wake up in the morning?
I think Rev is just like gathering whatever supplies Hold would need to make breakfast.
Studying books.
Stretching.
Hold the door would actually join you, Rev, in gathering the materials.
I will allow this.
While walking with you, he does say about the thing I said yesterday. I do apologize for some of the rough. The terminology I used.
You're talking about
The badger.
the badger, yes.
What I said to you, I'm sorry.
No, this is very forgiven.
And I understand what you're going through as a curse, and yes, with all the events going on right now, it's a little narrow-minded on some of the perspectives that, well, not having to worry about flesh can change point of views on certain things.
But a curse is a bit of a weird word for it, isn't it? Because, like, if you piss off a witch and she curses you and turns you into a toad or something, at least it sort of makes sense that one action led to another, you know? I just sort of wasn't alive, and then I was alive, but now I was a tree. And I have some memories of the past, but this is not because I pissed off a grove of druids or anything like this. This is just because I was convenient, you know? And I've been alive for hundreds of years, most of which was not under my own control, and yes, it would be nice to be human again, you know? Or humanoid, I don't even know what I was before. I could have been a dwarf like you. I could have been a
Means
gnome.
you wouldn't
I
grow
could have,
much taller after all. You'd still be short.
maybe I was like a triton. Who knows? You know?
Or a giant.
Yeah, yes, I could have been a giant. But you know, it's no big deal, right? It's just this is something I say to myself quite often. If only you were human. If only you were human, right? And for me to hear that coming from someone else was just a bit of a kick in the proverbial balls, you know?
Well, all honesty, Rev, you're good. How you are, even if you don't become human again. Ugh. It doesn't matter. You're still a Rev.
Well, thank you. So what are we looking for today? Bird? Rabbit?
We've
Badger?
had plenty of rabbit. I thought you didn't want... Yeah, where is that badger?
No, I'm not against hunting a badger for sport or for a food source. I just don't like the killing a badger in self-defense. It seems a bit much, you know?
Fair. He actually looks for the badger he killed.
Is
That night.
buried.
Yeah, Rev buried it.
Oh, he buried it.
He had like a whole like hour-long sermon for it.
I didn't, but the fact that other people assumed that I did is great, and it's
Well,
fine.
you stayed in the woods for like an hour burying the thing. That's what
Yeah.
we're assuming.
No, he stayed in the woods for like 2 hours because he was depressed because Holt said, "What if you were a human?" And he said, "Oh shit, yeah."
But in our, we didn't know that, so in our context, we're like, he went to go bury
Yeah.
and have a sermon for that badger.
Right. And in reality, Reb was just like sitting up against a tree crying after spending like 6 minutes burying a badger.
Does he cry? Does he cry sap?
He cries maple syrup.
Who knows? I don't. Trees like absorb a lot of water, you know. There's probably some water in there.
If all honesty, we've had a plenty of rabbit. If we could find, honestly, some blood sounds kind of good.
All right. Well, do you have a ranged weapon as well, or would you need to borrow my
I'll just
crossbow?
be-
We could take turns.
I'll give it a try. Range is really not my forte, but why not?
And we do that.
Okay. So, you're gonna try and
I'm hunting with Rev.
hunting with
Like the
Rev.
famous
Anything
game Duck Hunt.
specific? You're looking for badgers or no?
Birds.
Birds.
And we're
okay.
using Rev's crossbow, and Hold the Door is familiar with crossbows.
Occasionally
but he's
trying his best.
not- Yeah, he's trying his best to use it. He's not like an expert like Rev.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Sir Bibble. Okay. You find a few birds here and there. And after doing a little bit of hunting, say, depending on how long you plan on hunting, I'm assuming you're doing this along the way, or are you still at the camp?
Oh, we're just getting a few just to make breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit of time in the morning.
One bird.
Try and find enough to
One
scrounge up.
bird.
One bird.
Yeah. Like a turkey-sized bird, or like a sparrow.
I would say you hunt a
Rock?
Reeves pheasant,
Oh,
which is a
I
large
hit one!
pheasant within the Spermaticus genus,
Mhm.
which is endemic normally to Asian areas, but this one's a little further
Interesting.
west.
I hit one. No, his crossbow really isn't as bad as I thought.
Brad's balance is phenomenal, and I think the sighting works pretty well.
I think I'll leave it to you. I kind of wasted a good amount of your ammo.
Oh, this is fine. I still have plenty of my good ammo. This is mostly just some wooden bolts. But yeah, let's get this back. I'm cleaning it up and make some breakfast.
Okay. You go back and begin making breakfast for everyone. What is everyone else doing as they wake up? Taru and Milu.
Ataro studying her alchemy books.
Nerd.
Milo wants to try to see if Vestris is done with the economic yet. I mean, she's had it all night.
She has had it all night. Okay. Then, as you travel back into the recesses of your mind, you find her kind of sitting on this chair of blood. Not so much a stool, but kind of this half-moon crescent chair that she has formed. You see, standing in rows and files are more of the blood forms that wait there in silent attention. Gethernax curled behind her. The large sphere of blood kind of has like orbiting smaller spheres around it, like that of a large planet. It is about the size of a small house, floating decently high overhead, and the two demons that she was draining of their essence are nowhere to be found.
He bows and he says, "Hello, John. I was wondering if you're done with the book by now."
I suppose I am, but we need to have a bit of a talk. You see, I've been doing a bit of a read, and I'm not entirely done with it, but I'm done with it for now. Fascinating, this book is.
That's exactly why I wanted to read it.
Exactly. Now, I want you to perform a little bit of a task involving this book. You see, this book has the fascinating ability to capture beings from other realms of a darker variety. And I feel that on the outside you can perform this for me. I need you to, through various different ways, and of course I'll guide you. I need you to put and fill these pages full of demons. As all the pages now that were containing them are gone, emptied. Can you do that for me, darling?
Yes, I certainly can. This sounds simple enough. Capturing a couple of demons. Yes.
Exactly. Perfect. And believe it or not, this book gives you all that you require to do so. Study it for yourself to get the basics down. And then we'll go from there.
Of course. And he bows again.
And the book leaves her side and kind of floats over to you and is placed firmly in your hands. You receive the Demonomicon once again. As you wake up, you find that the book, kind of drenched in blood, is slowly drying as the blood is dissolving away. You find in the real world that the book is in your hands once again.
He starts to just immediate, just diving into it.
Book club, book club, book club.
They're having book club right.
And now once a day you can cast Master Roshi's Evil Containment Wave.
Okay.
Book club.
As you read the book, you find that you can use ways to manipulate your magic to cause the maximum amount of inflicting pain upon those fiends described in the book. But more so, it gives you ways to better counteract the abilities of fiends in terms of strengthening your magic And there are spells that, with the aid of the book, you find you're able to cast, such as Magic Circle, Magic Jar, 2 ways to capture souls, Planar Ally, and Planar Binding, ways to bind your fiends, and last but not least, the ability to summon the fiends, even more so if they appear in the book. It also gives you a very far reference of all that you can do.
Mm. As he's reading this, he'll explain some of this stuff to Atar. It's just like, look at all these things that I can do now.
From that weird teeth book.
Yeah. Yes.
Like what?
Like I can capture demons with this.
Oh. Okay, all right. I
That
way better than what I was expecting out of a book made of flesh and teeth, and yeah.
exactly. I mean, you think Paul would be into this, right? Like, I should probably explain this to him whenever he gets back. I think he'd like this.
I mean, maybe yeah, I guess. I mean, want to know paladins are all like, man, purge the evil, and like, man. So like that would kind of work. But again, that book gives us seriously evil vibes.
It's. I think you're. I'm struggling with my push to talk right now. It keeps going in and out.
It's all
but-
good.
I think it is simply judging a book by its cover, but the contents are of which it's
You know what?
quite fascinating.
You're actually very right. I haven't read a page of it, so I am actually just judging it by its cover. That's a very good. Thank you for bringing that up. The cover does freak me out.
In the middle of y'all's conversation, Holdador walks up with just one bird in hand, like, I hope you guys have a light stomach this morning. I only caught one bird.
That's fine.
Love.
Since I was gonna study today, I took my meds, so I'm probably not gonna eat much anyway.
You take meds?
Cocaine.
What are they
Like
for?
prescription or like
Cocaine.
It's just this little like herb that kind of helps me like calm down and focus. It also
Oh.
takes away
He
appetite.
just, he like looks at you. And does that really work?
It depends.
He sits down and starts cooking.
Either way, reading, light eating, good.
read in, eat it in.
Okay. Then as you eat and read and go over your breakfast, taking a quick gander at the map, you see that you are maybe 3 days travel away from the location indicated.
Is that 3 days through or 3 days around? Because weren't we gonna go around some?
Yeah,
Going
it's
area
3
of the
days
map.
around.
going
Okay.
through would also be very difficult because remember we were moved at a rate of 10 feet an hour without Milo's little fey
Yeah.
abilities.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess once everyone is ready, we shall hit the road. We still have quite a journey ahead of us to find this wonderful artifact that will forever change our lives.
I mean, want to just send us back to our regular everyday lives instead of, being blended with other reality versions of ourselves? Isn't that the whole?
Yes, but if we didn't get this, wouldn't our lives be forever visions of the alternate is forever changing our lives.
I
Fair point.
mean, you do bring that
Even
up.
if it's just changing them back to normal.
I mean, you bring that up, but I haven't had any of those visions since the last time we talked.
Maybe the goddess kind of saw fit to grant us some temporary reprieve.
Or it could have just been a temporary effect.
I mean, you're the one who can talk to her.
You can do a insight check. If you would like
Inside
to
check
discern.
to see if this was just like a temporary effect of the trans of.
Yeah, if you want.
Bless you.
That's
Yeah. Insight.
Looking back at it, you realize that it stopped after you left Titan's Fall.
All honesty, I know this is kind of true for me. I don't know about you, but I've noticed it's stopped happening after we actually left the town.
Oh my god, now that you mention it, you're right. I haven't had a vision since.
Mm-hmm.
Is this... Has she just been fucking with us? I mean, I know she's fucking with us with the orb thing, but like, I mean, like in the sense of this happening to us at all.
All honesty.
I don't know if goddesses can. People let's fuck with people in this world.
Yes, all the time.
Yes, they do. I respect Sherazad, but yes, we are playing a little bit of a game for her. I can guarantee.
Isn't there another option though? Like what if the effect is tied to the location? I mean, all of our
could be.
visions were
Wait.
Titan's Fall.
Wait, no, I don't want it to be tied to that location. I like that town.
That's what I was saying. We just
No,
finished.
this is why we need the orb.
Yeah,
Oh.
finish it. There's a reason for it.
Isn't the reason just to entertain her?
No, I have reasons to believe this is an important mission. And it's not just because I'm a champion, it's from information I've gathered.
When we were talking about it, she literally just went, and then disappeared and was like, okay, now there's a MacGuffin in this area right here, and then purposely marked it on the map. And she's like, okay, then you guys go all the way around here and took the long way because she wanted us to get an adventure. That seemed like it was just for her entertainment.
Oh. I've mentioned it with Tiffany's, and she said those reasons.
But, you know,
for
I mean,
what
couldn't-
Sherazad does.
Couldn't it be
Alright,
both?
yeah.
Couldn't it be
You're-
that she
you're
gave us
the-
something real as a form of entertainment, you know?
Fair play. That's true.
She certainly has the power to. So,
Look, I'm not gonna argue
if
with
everyone is
whether
done
God
with
juice flowing
breakfast,
in your veins, so whatever. I mean, we're in for a penny, in for a pound. We're already here.
We're 3 days
True.
out. Take more time going back than it would just to finish this.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying to leave. I'm just saying, like,
Well. Alright. You always have your fill. Get this going. We have about 3 more days left, yes.
Yep. Let's get a walk in.
Okay. As you begin walking the next 3 or so days, go ahead and whoever's leading, roll for survivor.
That's right.
Brad.
Rev, right?
Reb.
Yeah.
I think Brev, yeah.
And roll what again? Survival?
Survival.
First Bible,
Survival.
as they say in
It's
Norway.
the final countdown.
I'm clicking on it, but I am.
It went through, but that was almost a nat 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys for letting me know.
Jesus.
Woo.
A 2, but yet 13.
Hey, let's go.
As you move around and kind of suss through the meadows and hills around the thicket, after 3 kind of decent days of travel and avoidance of any strange creatures or noises that you might hear, you eventually arrive to a kind of empty field with few clouds overhead in a large blue sky. Clouds so defined that they leave almost perfect shadows as they cross over the fields, blotting out the sun in various spots. You can see in this vast openness, the hills have been laid flat, that there appears to be something way over in the middle of this field. The bright green grass, almost golden in the direct sunlight, is contrasted by a small little blip, maybe 300 or so yards out into the center of this open field. The mountains backdropping, snow-capped behind. A crystalline blue lake of good proportionate size to the left. A dark forest to the right. Endless, just flat hills as a soft breeze sends ripples like waves over it. Absolutely serene, perfect day.
Milo begins hopping through the very, very cute deer moment. He's rolling around across the circle. I love it here.
It is very pretty.
Rev looks at Ataru and says, do you think clouds are like scalding hot?
Probably not.
Aren't they like, it takes like a lot of heat to boil water, right? And aren't clouds just like boiled water? Wouldn't they be like extremely...
Kind of. So
I
like,
don't actually understand how
you know how
clouds
you,
exist.
but you know how if
Because
you
aren't they
go,
even closer to the sun? Wouldn't they just evaporate?
well, no, aren't clouds like the result of evaporation? And also, as you go higher up, like if you go onto a mountain, it gets colder and colder. So like it, and
So
you know
is it
how,
just
and
like
so
an,
and so, okay, so you know like when you have like a glass of water, and it's like cold, that the glass of water is cold,
Yes.
but then the outside is warm, and then you have like that like condensation build up on the outside where it gets kind of like clouded over. That's kind of like what it is up there, or at least that's what it would kind of make sense, right? Given the
It's like,
contents of it, and then
But if like a sun hits a lake, right, and the lake is semi-cold, eventually the lake warms up.
yes,
And if there's like cold clouds in the sky and they're even closer to the sun and there's nothing obscuring them, there's no shadows above them or anything, wouldn't they just be like boiling hot?
I don't
We need to find someone who can fly. Anyways, this is a pretty field.
think that would be the case.
I can turn you into a bird. Would you like to find out?
Did
We
we
are
already,
not doing that again.
did we already do this? And didn't he like just get the mind of a pigeon and he just kind of flew off randomly?
We are not
It'll-
Oh
doing
yes,
that
this is
again.
true actually.
I can.
Do you have like
I
a
can turn
smarter
off
bird?
this. Let me think.
Wait. You know how you can talk to animals? What if you
Yes.
use that spell to turn him into an animal and then just use that to talk to him? Would that work?
This is a lot of spell usage for just like Rev growing a pair of wings for a few seconds.
I don't know. What, the
Also,
serene field?
can
Nothing.
small birds really fly up that high? I feel like, because like also like the air gets like thinner when you go up mountains.
Oh,
I
this is
might
true.
have a
Be hard to breathe.
for that. We'll see.
Could you turn me into like a rock?
And throw you really high.
No,
Or maybe
no,
I
like
can
a-
dimension
no,
door.
like the big bird. Big bird.
As it nests in
Oh.
the mountains.
Potentially.
And they're a little
I
smarter than like a
think the
pigeon.
dimension door came up 300 feet in the sky would be a good idea. I'll be honest.
Actually, this would probably also be very fun, so.
Yeah, it'd be fun once.
Well, I have Misty Step as well, so we can get some more footage. We need extra reach.
Maybe we just leave
Milo
the cloud
could throw
mystery
me
for,
into
you know.
the air and then dimension door you to where I am, and then I could fall with you because you've got your moon bounce units right now.
Oh wait, you're right. Wait, no, I don't anymore actually.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
Because
this
it's
is
been
sad.
3 days.
Okay, screw this whole plan. What are we doing in this field?
We're looking for the Orby thingy or whatever she.
Rolling around.
Well, Milo's doing that for now, but then we're gonna find the thingy.
Shouldn't it be like more obvious? We're in like a wide open field.
Well, isn't there that one like point over there? It looks kind of strange. We should probably head over there.
Where's Hold
This is a
Door?
little sus.
Does no one else see that?
I'm here. I was just waiting for your scatterbrains to have your conversation.
Hold, what do you think? Are clouds hot or warm?
I think that
They're clouds. They produce rain. I've never really thought if they were hot or cold. I
Fair.
just know they just make the ground wet. That's all I care about.
And also, if raindrops are generally fairly cold, like I would say the temperature of raindrops would be indicative of the temperature of the cloud itself.
I don't know about that because it wouldn't it just be indicative of the air temperature?
before
Like
we go
raindrops
into
are in
this-
the air for a
but
long
isn't-
time
but
before they
isn't-
hit our face.
But the rain comes from the cloud, and it
Do you
doesn't.
think
take
if you
that
had a
long.
pot of boiling water and you dropped it from a very high like mountaintop, it would be cold by the time it hit the ground?
How
'Cause I
long
feel
does
like
it take
would.
for a pot of boiling water to cool off? It takes long. It takes way longer than that for something to fall from the sky.
Yeah, but not if it's like in droplet form.
I think he's got a very good point here. We should experiment next time.
Yeah, next time we have a way to go into the sky and not fucking die.
Yeah, we
I
need to
do
find a
have
rock.
heat metal, so if we bring a pot with us, we could certainly
Oh,
do
actually,
this.
this would be amazing. And we could have like Holdador stands on the ground and just see how hot the water is when it hits his face.
Maybe don't drop
Yes.
possibly boiling water onto his skin.
No, it won't be boiling by the time it hits it. This is a hypothesis.
Well,
Yeah, but
this
what
is
if your
something-
hypothesis is wrong?
That's not how hypotheses work.
No, that's exactly how hypotheses work. It is something that you theorize that you're not necessarily sure it is true.
And you test it to prove it true.
Yes, but that also comes with the caveat that it could also be false.
Well, then why would you hypothesize it?
Oh my god. All right, see this. I'm not gonna argue with this with you anymore.
Let's go find the ball.
Yes, let's please do that.
Are we done now?
Come along,
Well,
Rens.
I learned that. I learned that Ren is
Milo.
scientifically illiterate, so that's a thing.
For Sean's sake, since you can't see the chat, when you guys were talking, Holdador was sitting there calmly. Together,
Was sitting there doing what?
sitting there calmly, just with his hands together, like against his nose, like the patient but impatient, just waiting for you guys to stop. And then when you guys kept going, he just started rubbing the bridge of his nose, just hard.
Fair.
And he's still contemplating, like, Atsaru,
Yeah,
do those meds actually work?
I mean, kind of. Like it depends. Like sometimes I have bad days, sometimes I have better days. So they may not calm you down, because they are technically stimulants.
It was more for the fact of we were getting off
Wait,
topic.
wait, wait,
We
wait,
need to
wait,
find
wait,
the
wait,
orb.
wait, wait. technically stimulants?
Yeah.
We can talk about this back at Sugma Kappa. Or after we find this orb. Yes?
And then we can experiment with boiling water.
Yes, on the way back, you guys can dump all the boiling water you want on me.
I don't think you should agree with that, but you know.
As
Find
long
this
as it's from
orb.
a very high location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
To the weird blip.
I wanna make an orb check.
An orb check. I was actually
Do I
going to use
just have
Divine
it?
Sense to see if there was like any sort of magical presence around.
So, as you approach the orb,
Oh,
you
Do we
see-
already know what it is?
as you approach this orb, as you come closer to it in the field, it is this round, spherical, kind of black blip. No motion, no movement. Clouds passing overhead as their casted shadows blanket the area in a cool shade before being exposed to the sun once again. But other than that, it sits there. It makes no sound. It just hovers. Motionless. There doesn't seem to be anything else in the field around it or anywhere else of note. It just sits there. So plainly placed that you would find it remiss to be kind of not purposefully set apart in this vast empty field.
It's really just sitting there? Really?
Oh, the door just walks up and touches it. It, like, attempts to grab it.
Okay. It is large. It's about, let's say it's about 2 meters in size.
Oh my god.
Six hold
My
the doors, head to butt.
God!
Or correction, not 2 meters, 2 feet. My bad. It's the size.
okay.
It's the size of a beach ball.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
When he
It's
picks
the size
it
of
up,
like
is
a
it
Namekian
heavy?
Dragon
I
Ball.
was like, how are we taking this home?
Okay.
When he picks it up, is it heavy or?
So you're gonna attempt to pick it up?
Yes.
As you reach to grab it, your arms kind of sink in, and you feel nothing.
It's just like I have nothing in my hands.
As you step away, realize that your arms have been decapitated.
Oh.
Clean off.
What?
It takes a brief moment, and
What?
then the pain sets in.
Oh, fucking nice!
Oh my god!
Hold the door. You take 22 force damage for each arm. 22 and 23 force damage.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Can I try to help stop the bleeding if he's bleeding?
He is bleeding profusely.
Okay.
God!
And he falls to the ground in pain and just yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. Hang on.
Go
Infuse
ahead
my-
and
there's, like,
place
no
yourselves
vocal.
around the orb.
There is no vocal components. It's
Just-
just he falls to the ground in pain. Just
As
lays
he
there.
is up to like his biceps and just stumps.
So Milo was gonna try and stop the bleeding.
Milo, go ahead.
Yes. And I'm infusing his blood.
Okay. Go ahead as you run up and you begin to infuse your blood. Go ahead and make a medicine check to see if you can just staunch the bleeding. Okay. you're able to kind of rip off some cloth and tourniquet both the arms at the shoulders.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
What the fuck is that?
He's mostly saying. It's fine.
Haltador's just
It's
like
fine.
zoning out in shock, just wide-eyed, staring at the
No
orb.
one fucking touch that thing. We gotta figure out what the hell is
You
going
want
on.
I think we
Milo,
probably
you want to
need-
grab yourself and Rev onto the field?
Oh, I can try. It's kind of funky, but I'll try.
Okay.
Let me see.
It's a little funky on an iPad.
Fungi.
Nice.
D&D gives PTSD. Woo!
Okay.
That's like half the alphabet right there.
No.
Okay, we are on the
Three of them
field.
are D's.
Hold the door, clearly in shock. What is everyone doing?
Yeah, he not moving. He breathing, but he ain't moving.
Freaking out and trying to check on him.
Yeah, mostly just focused on hold the door, because in Rev's mind right now, or I guess I'll characterize this. I think, maybe we should wait till hold is good before doing anything else with this orb, because
Good.
he's
What
probably
do you
the
mean?
only
Good?
one
He
who
just
could like.
lost his fucking arms.
No, but I mean like more aware of things, because he's the only one who could really like talk to Sherazad and maybe
Yeah. Okay.
ask her what the hell is going on, you know?
And why she would place this fucking item.
Right.
He's not
Maybe-
the only one who could talk to Sheraz.
Oh, is this true?
I could cast Sending and try to speak with her directly.
Oh, go ahead then.
Yeah,
This would
that
be
would
great.
help a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to say outside. I'm seeing around.
Outside of what the
say-
actual fuck.
You can say the orb took Hold's arms. Help.
Okay, fuck. What do we?
Haltador sits up,
Shit.
looks around at you guys.
Hey, are you okay? Well, but
Who are you guys?
oh, okay, he's
Hey.
not okay. Okay. I'll get him some water here. Take some water from the water skin. Do we have any left for food? He lost a lot of blood. We need to probably replenish his
Let's get
iron.
him away from the orb.
Does anyone have any leftovers from earlier today?
I can go grab some food. I will be right back.
Yeah, just anything with like meat. Need to replenish
Yes.
his iron. Or something with high sugar content.
Where
Little
am I?
little squirts of blood.
Where am I? Who are you guys?
You just take a rest. Just take a rest.
And to reiterate, basically you watch as Hold the Door went to grab the beach ball. The hands just go in and as if they got erased. They're just gone.
Let me see if I have something that can help identify this object.
Pale one,
Yeah.
do you know my name?
Your name is Hold the Door.
Oh,
Can I
he
make some
just-
sort of
when you say his name, his eyes just widen from like unknowing to knowing. He looks at his arms.
No, don't look. Don't look.
Oh, it's and I don't feel like screaming. You just hear just blood curdling screaming coming from him. Because then the
shit.
pain actually kicks in. He's out of shock now.
Oh, this is
Okay. Okay. I have something in my pack. Okay. She is going to use some chloroform on you, just kind of like knock you out for a bit, so that you don't have to experience this pain.
My arms!
Alright, I'm gonna put him to sleep. Okay. All right. We'll try to treat the arm so that it doesn't hurt him as much. But just give me 1 second. I need to get it out of my bag. And she'll go and take some chloroform out of her bag, and she will use it on you.
You using chloroform on him?
Just to put him under, just to put him unconscious.
All right. Make a Constitution saving throw. Hold the door against whatever it is.
Ghetto anesthesia.
He's fighting that.
Constant. He saved. He saved.
Oh no.
What?
Go
What?
to sleep. Go
What
to sleep.
happened to my arms?
No. Just go to sleep, please. You don't want to feel the pain. Trust me.
I want to try to see if I can.
Bless you.
God, I'm
Thank you.
struggling with this freaking push to talk. I want to.
Take the
I wanna-
push to talk off. Just do it.
Oh man, it's so fucking like.
Just do push to talk off and just mute yourself when you don't talk.
Yeah.
As you guys are moving away, the sphere, unperturbed, just chilling.
How's Rev's hunt going? Is he finding any deer or?
There is nothing for
Ra-
maybe 1,000
rabbits?
yards in all directions. It is this
Oh,
plain,
shit.
empty field. Except for one thing, the sphere.
Is there any like grass here?
There is grass. Yeah, it's all beautiful, wavy grass. Like, it's a serene, picturesque area. And then black sphere.
I want to cast Eldritch Blast on the sphere.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for Eldritch Blast.
Let me try pulling it up. Hang on. Accidentally clicked the wrong spell. My bad.
That's Eldritch Blast. As you go and send, you'd actually have 3 blasts, but as you go and send Eldritch Blasts out, they pretty much, instead of striking the sphere, they just go into it. And nothing. It's gone.
Hey guys, I cast Mage Hand, and I want to try to stick the Mage Hand through the sphere.
As you push the mage hand into the sphere, you cannot recall it back. It's gone.
1 mile ahead. Stay on Texas 6 north as it bears right.
Hold.
He's just hyperventilating the entire time.
Yeah.
He's having like a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just okay. Just calm. Breathe.
Ow.
Breathe in.
How can you tell me to
Yeah.
calm down when
I'm
my
not- I'm
arms are
not-
gone?
That's not what I mean. What I mean is to slow your breathing, because if you get yourself worked up and your heart rate increases, you will bleed out faster. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just keep constant rhythm. Slow your heart rate.
Hey guys, I'm back. This field is like super empty. There's not even like a pig or anything wandering around. I don't know about the prospect of finding a lot of food.
Okay,
North as it bears right.
shit. Do I have any I don't have any rations on me. Fuck.
Can I make an Arcana check on the?
Okay.
You may.
Stay on Texas 6 north as it bears right.
Oh.
Studying the sphere,
6.8 miles.
you could believe it to be perhaps some sort of one-way portal, or perhaps some sort of magic or object-consuming object. But you're leaning more towards one way. Otherwise, Hole would have been able to pull his arms out. But that's what you're able to ascertain, at least from what you've seen so far.
This looks to be some sort of one-way portal, and hence why when Cold pulled his arms out, they did not come back. I am unsure where this leads, but I will try to figure it out. So maybe we can still save your arms, Hold.
Do you think if we put the rest of Hold through, he would just have his arms back on the other side of a portal?
Or he would just be alone on the other side of the portal with his arms, or he would just fucking
It's
die.
not- I don't know. I don't know what's beyond it. I'm gonna try to figure it out.
I think we should stop. I think we should stop the bleeding completely first beforehand. Just here, drink some water.
This
Do
bag.
you want me to go through the portal?
He's gesturing to the bag because you were asking about food earlier. It's bag.
Oh, you have food in your bag? Okay. All right. Chill. Go through your bag trying to look for anything to get you to eat to help
He
you
still
kind of
have-
recover a
he
bit.
kept
Wait, doesn't he have a
rations in-
pig?
He side eyes you.
Okay. She'll take out some of your
Just
rations
saying, man.
and
And
do
Dimitri's
have, like, a
also
whole pig.
staring you down at the same time.
she'll take out some of your rations and just kind of, okay, eat it slowly. Some of the water.
Dimitri, you would not give your life for this man.
He's just death staring you because right now all he wants to do is protect Hold.
Fair. With his delicious bacon
Ignore
body.
that. I'm just trying to read it. It won't let me just click the
Okay,
information. So if
gotcha.
you see a
Hold
small-
arm.
yeah, yeah, that's what I was gonna try to do.
Holds
But I
arms.
had it- but I wanted.
I mean, you are familiar with them.
Yeah.
It's so. Well, I wanted to see if like it would. I wanted to read the spell description, but it won't let me click on it without having it show in chat. So hang on.
They should really make Roll20 into a mobile app. Make it a lot easier for some people who can't play computers or who don't have access to it. I know the website's
AKA
not good.
Me.
The website's not good for like mobile.
Hold. Were you wearing any jewelry on your hands?
No. Well, bracelets, but they're just basic leather.
I'm gonna cast that then and see if I can sense it.
Okay. As you go to cast locate object, spanning out in all the directions, but specifically focusing on within the orb, you do not sense the bracelets.
I think his arms may have disintegrated. We'll have to just live with that fact. But I'll let me think. And Milo is like now pacing around the orb.
I know that's in character laugh, by the way. Like he's hysterically
Yeah.
laughing.
I can't. I can't.
Be cursed.
Oh no.
I mean, bless you.
One of those, yeah.
Be cursed! You and your bloodline. I mean, bless you.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but I'll still listen to you guys.
Oh joy.
Hey, Catbug.
Mm-hmm.
Could Rev be regenerated if they only had his leg?
They can attempt to grow you over time. You don't know if it would. Rev wouldn't necessarily know if that's how that works, but you could. If you could safely surmise that you could be grown like Baby Groot, perhaps.
Considering
Just
you
wondering
grow
if
a
Rev
weapon
could
out of
go
you.
like most of the way through the portal, and then they just like keep his leg or something in case he doesn't come back.
Just grow
Yeah.
back from a leg.
Y'all could try that.
Here's the thing: we would have no way of knowing.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like Rev would be crafty enough to suggest that without fully knowing
It would-
if
and it would
that
make
would
sense
even
cons-
work.
Right.
It would make
Right.
sense considering you make your own weapons and you can make your own.
Yeah, like the club comes like from me and
arrows.
stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
But can he create his own consciousness through regrowing?
That's the problem though.
Where is the consciousness located? Is it not
don't-
in the leg?
It's attached to the body. You do have a soul. It's attached to the body.
I mean, a leg
Yeah.
part of
So
the
is
body.
are we
Leg's part of the
speaking here
body.
that you can separate yourself? You can make a duplicate of yourself.
Maybe,
Rev
maybe.
Simulacrum as a rogue.
I would say you can't make another clone, but I would say yes, that is possible because when he tree walks, he leaves behind the body and transfers consciousness to another tree, and then steps out of that tree with a new body.
True.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe
yeah.
based on that, Rev would say something to y'all like, hey guys, there is a chance that I could just go, you know, through the portal if it is a portal, or if I do get disintegrated, then maybe I'll just like keep a hand or something of my. I probably only need one hand on the other side of this portal if it is one.
What are so you're suggesting to just sacrifice yourself to that? We have more.
No, it's not like a sacrifice because you could just take my hand, maybe put it in like a pot, and then maybe new Rev would based
That's a
on the
lot
new-
you're risking on a maybe.
But like when I go through like a tree, from like one tree to another, I'm basically like unmaking my body and making a new one. And when I do all of this conjuring up my club like this, and he pulls a club out of his chest, or my shield, like this, and he pulls a shield out of his arm. And he says, it's all, you know, this is like a magic woods with like regenerative sort of properties, and maybe I could just like, you know, I have destroyed my whole body several times in this like tree walking thing I do. I don't know how this would be any different. You could just like keep my hand or a foot. I probably don't need both feet.
Are you reasonably confident that you would be regrown from just a part of you? Because you can't
I'm
just
hoping
point,
it wouldn't come to that. I'm hoping that whatever I found on the other side of this ball would just be.
You don't even know that there's an other side.
But it's maybe a risk I'm willing to take to figure out what the hell we're supposed to be doing here. This is like a. Sure, that obviously sent us here for some reason. I doubt it was to get our arms lopped off.
I mean, trees don't grow back from just planting a piece of bark, but
It's not a piece of it. It's like a whole hand or arm or.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
like a whole arm.
not a seed.
I just asked Shazad.
You think my body is just bark?
Are
This is.
you sure you're okay enough for that?
Well, I don't eat a lot, so I would say my bark is worse than my bite. But
All honesty, how much better can I get?
No, not really, but you don't seem like you're in your right mind right now. You're currently dealing with the shock, and
I mean, like, it's not like any of you could go through and reasonably expect to be okay afterward.
no, this is
He already starts praying to Shazad. Yeah, he doesn't have his hand. He just he like kind of just slumps over.
Like a little caterpillar.
When he contacts the Shazad, what he's saying is, Shazad, this orb took away my arms. Could use a little bit of advice on what you're actually dealing with here.
You hear, boop. Hello. Why'd you lose your arms?
It took my arms when I attempted to pick it up.
The orb took your arms.
Both of them, yes.
You must have been doing something wrong.
I walked up to it and attempted to grab it. And next thing you know, arms are gone, and now I'm just a nub.
Well, it sounds like you did something wrong. Because I placed down a really cool orb, and I was like, man, this would be great to have him learn, etc., etc. Orb of convergence, blah, blah, blah.
Is it supposed... What does it... The orb you...
Whoa. No hints.
Alright.
Tell you what, maybe after, and you can tell she's like, 4 hours. I'll give you a hint. If you're still struggling with it.
Fair enough. Thank you. Apparently I did something wrong.
Well,
Oh, is this right?
I don't know what
Did
I
she
did,
say what
but...
it was?
Nope. I just did something wrong.
I mean, I guess trying to pick it up is doing something wrong.
We have 4 hours.
I mean,
After 4 hours, she'll give us a hint. But apparently what I did was wrong.
I do like Rev's idea.
I mean,
I feel like it's a pretty solid idea, is it not?
It is a solid idea, but
I'm
fear
curious, but there's a
that,
massive downside to it in that you fucking die if you're wrong.
No, but like,
Well,
just for a
you're-
little bit, right?
separated
We
from us.
don't know.
for
There's
quite a
no way
while.
to know.
But if you
Look.
can send your consciousness in there, I could send a spell of sending and ask where you are, if you are alive.
Yes, I think this could work.
If this is
So
a
we could
risk you're
just do
willing
like
to
a
take-
reverse holds the door. One of you like grabs my hand and just kind of go in, and then you just, you know, pull the hand
All right, I'll
Mm.
grab your hand.
and just keep it.
I forget, does Divine Sense take hand gestures?
No.
Alright, then I want to use Divine Sense real quick and look at the orb.
Okay. As you
I'm
look-
still in a hysterical state, though, if that matters.
As you sense outwards, you sense nor good nor evil other than your friends, for as far as you can sense out.
And are his friends good or evil?
I was actually gonna ask that, since it's been a while, what has the senses from the people around me, have they changed?
No, not really.
Okay.
Everyone's kind of fairly neutral, but you sense nothing from the sphere,
Alright.
from the orb, from the globule.
Zahando.
The arm stealer.
Zoelda!
Well,
Rev,
Divine
this
Sense
is,
was pointless.
Rev, if this is a risk you're willing to take, then fine, I'm not gonna
fuck
stop you.
it.
Although,
Right?
I will say, Milo, with your previous Arcana roll, you do sense a strange connection to it. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I didn't think about it till now. But you do sense a strange connection to the orb after perusing it from some time.
Connection.
Indeed.
I feel somehow connected to this orb, my friends.
Like in a physical way or like an emotional way? Do you have like feelings for this orb?
Yes. Oh. Is it like a friendly feeling?
You don't know.
Or just-
You can attempt to act upon whatever you feel this connection to. You feel as if it perhaps shares your will.
Milo goes into the orb.
What?
Okay, so to reiterate, you sense a connection. and you suss around, you sense a connection, and you walk into the orb. Are you fully walking into the orb? Or are you just touching the orb?
I
I
wanted
think if Milo
to.
gets close to the orb, Rev says like, wait, we had a plan. It was going to be me who walks into it. You have like flesh.
He'll stick his head through.
Oh my god! George's like, don't touch him.
As you,
We're all trying to die.
as Milo, you stick your head through. The rest of you watch as Milo's body just to the side sands ahead.
Wait, what do you like? The body goes in or just flops over?
Like Milo sticks their head in, and the body
Yeah.
just flops away, and the head has been severed, and there's just blood just gushing out.
Okay, Taru, take my hand. I'm taking Milo's body through the portal.
No, that's RP. All this laughter I've been doing is RP laughter.
Ataru is kind of just like
All right, so
paralyzed in shock.
hold on. So what's happening now?
Rev removes his hand and gives it to Ataru and grabs Milo's body and jumps both bodies fully through the portal.
Okay. As you grab Milo and jump through the portal, as this is happening, both Ataru and Hold watch a little like squirt of blood like spew out of the neck of Milo before they jump in, hits the ground, and forms a like magic circle of blood. And then Rev and Milo jump in. As they do, the Demonomicon just falls out of the bottom of the sphere. And just that.
Oh, hold the door, sitting there hysterically laughing.
Ataru was just kind of like
He's lost his
mouth
shit.
open, just kind of like babbling here, like kind of panicking.
He's just laughing like a madman.
She has lost control of the situation, and she is terrified now.
And the magic circle just starts to softly glow for a bit. But it's quiet. Quieter now.
Us the arms and now the two companions.
What is it? What the?
Wait,
No,
why didn't the book go in?
I don't know. Why did they fucking?
Here, can you grab that for me?
Look. Okay. And she'll just kind of avoiding the orb, go and grab the book.
As you kind of crouch low underneath it and reach in and just slowly drag the book.
I have nothing else to lose. Can you open the book for me?
She'll open.
I would not recommend looking.
She'll just kind of open it and kind of avert her eyes and just kind of flip some pages. Tell me.
He wants to. He's curious. He tries to look for something related to this orb. Like, if there's anything in this book that could somewhat explain the origin of this, or why, or the blood circle.
Origin.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me Arcana.
Ooh, that's
You see nothing about the orb and nothing about The nothing about the circle either. The circle is made of blood, so you can assume perhaps it is related to Vestris.
Yeah,
That was my guess too.
that much was a given.
Vestris, are you out here? Are you in that circle or whatever?
Give me a second.
It's you can see it's weak and slowly kind of getting stronger as the center in the middle is slowly starting to kind of fill with blood.
I have that she'll be that. Are you done? Is that? Did I go through the whole thing?
Yeah, you can close it. Nothing in there worth it. He uses the little bit of connection he has with Ventress due to the fact that a little bit of his power. He tries to see if he can contact her at all.
You feel no reply. You could sense at least that Vestris is kind of doing something with that magic circle, but you sense it's very weak.
Does the type of magic circle look familiar, or is it completely foreign to him?
It's foreign to you. It's very, very intricate.
I do not have detect magics. I mean, that would take.
Ataru is going to try to inspect the circle to see if she can kind of learn anything from it. She's not very well versed in magic, just kind of like
Roll Arcana.
she's just kind of grasping at straws here,
Roll Arcana.
hoping she could study it like any kind of natural force.
Other than it's what you know is related to Vestris, some sort of magic portal. The center of it is coalescing more blood, but other than that, it's growing like a little bit stronger. It appears to have a long cast time. But other than that, no, you don't know.
What's the plan?
I don't.
Sit here and wait.
I guess take a look or try to figure out what happened.
Can't hear you very well.
Oh, sorry. I guess I could take a look at the orb and try to figure out what possibly could have happened to the two of them.
Is Rev's hand doing anything?
It is. You could sense that the just from holding it, the wood is still very much alive. It is slowly kind of propagating, like little saplings are growing from it, but at a slow rate.
Okay.
But
Well,
you know,
at least this theory wasn't totally wrong.
you at least feel it's alive.
Something's still alive here, at least. But I'll also try to like Arcana check the orb. Again, she's just kind of grasping at straws here.
Okay. You're rolling Arcana on what?
The orb.
Okay. You roll. You kind of study the orb. It feels foreign to you. Whatever it is, it feels not only foreign to you, but in contrast to the surrounding area, it feels like it just simply does not belong. But it is silent, motionless, colorless, devoid of all color and light. As you rotate around it, it appears almost two-dimensional. This small, little beach ball-sized orb.
have bad experiences with the two-dimensional black pitch.
I have a theory on what this is, but
Yeah, but we don't see the fucking calcification around it.
oh,
So it's probably not the same thing. Out of character, at least.
yeah.
I feel like it's an orb.
I feel like it's not an orb considering it's not tangible.
I was actually curious when. Oh wait, no, that ramen only affects Milo's limbs, not the head. So never mind. I'm. Wait, is Rev's hand still? Is it dead or?
No, it feels like it's alive. You can see little things growing out of it here. Very slowly, but it's there. It's not inert.
Worst case. Oh.
Bless you.
Fuck.
Try to sneeze away from your wounds.
Sneeze on the wounds.
What are Rev and Milo up to? Are we like in the afterlife or?
So Rev,
Or do we not want to? Or do we not want to get to whatever the consequences were if they were like?
Rev, you
Secret.
feel quiet, kind of consciousness. Your senses are dulled, but you feel alive, as if you are being held. You gain a sense that your consciousness probably moved to the arm.
Oof.
Milo, you feel nothing.
Oof.
Moment.
I guess.
Sweet, sweet escape.
But Rev, before your consciousness moved over, you felt an intense crushing sensation for just the split second. Like a fraction of a second of intense pain, and then nothing.
I did forget to mention, believe it or not, Ventress is still alive.
Maybe I shouldn't have taken the rest of Milo's body.
Yeah, no, we both concluded that when we saw the pool kind of floating together.
They say that they're not dead. Question
Yeah.
of where they are.
Or they escaped Milo. And I remember seeing that blood squirt out of his neck before.
They
Rev
just
jumped over them.
escaped.
That's could have been it as well. Pretty sure that blood formed the magic circle too. I am at a complete loss.
I guess sit and wait. Magic's weak, but it seems. I guess you deducted it as well. It's gonna take a while for whatever that magic is.
Damn it! I want to try something, but it was prompted by the Rev experiencing a crushing sensation, but I can't try that. I don't do it.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
You grab that coat out of the bag. I wish not to see
Yeah, of course.
the lack
Sure.
of arms.
She'll get it out. Wait. How big does the bag of holding open?
2 feet, actually.
I thought about that initially, but
As
I had to play off his actual intelligence.
as she opens it and takes out the cloak, she kind of looks at the bag, then looks at the orb. What do we have in this bag?
The coat,
Well, not the coat. I just brought that out here. Put that over.
the sword. This actually will determine. We don't know if Sock actually handled the sword or not. That's the problem. Probably just put it in the bag.
Yeah, wouldn't
Oh yeah,
Sock
we were gonna resolve the sword thing once we woke up. Oops.
Yeah, wouldn't Sock also technically be with us?
Sock is sleeping. He's sleeping just off to the side.
Okay, yeah, figured. Are we gonna say they have the sword? Like, what? We could just say the sword is to be determined, so it's just not a factor right now.
I mean, you did put the sword in the bag, so you just.
That's what I thought. I thought I
dumped
put the sword in
bag
the
out.
bag.
Okay.
Just dump the bag on the ground. Yeah.
I'll dump the bag on the ground. Hopefully the sword doesn't freak the
Just
book
a
out.
couple rations, the sword, the coat. That was pretty much it. We did just get it after all.
Okay. She'll dump the
What are you
contents of the bag.
thinking?
I think we could try to place that thing in the bag. But I'm actually gonna leave some of the rations inside. Just trying to like keep like a harmless item. If I can put this orb inside, I wonder what will happen to the other item. But for now, yeah, let's just this up.
Okay.
This coat
And then-
feels nice.
So
And
is
she will-
there? So what are we doing now?
I am emptying out the bag of holding and leaving just just a few rations inside.
Okay. You dump out
And
the
then I'm
bag
going-
of holding and the sword and all that you put within, which I don't think was much. I think it was pretty much just the sword. And a
No,
few-
it was the sword, the coat from
Yeah.
what I used to have to wear, and then a couple rations. We didn't have the bag long, so we
Okay.
didn't accumulate a lot of items.
It's all out of the bag except for the rations.
And then and she dumped to get the stuff out so that she wouldn't have to touch Gravethorn.
Yeah.
It's another problem we don't want to deal with right now.
Yeah.
And
Can you
she'd
imagine?
also dumped it off to the side, so like Gravethorn is just kind of off to the side here, and then
It's
like
separated.
yeah, and then she put the rations back in, and then she's going to very carefully attempt to open the bag up to its max thing and just kind of like plop it on top of the orb and put it in like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to look up how this interacts.
Did we just
Yeah, I'm
destroy the Did we just destroy the universe? Who knows?
I have a
Dude,
feeling.
I was like so scared to suggest putting it in the bag of holding.
I thought about it. I thought about it initially, but I have to play off my character's intelligence. He would not think that. Oh God. We got
Oh
rolls.
no! What's happening?
World rolls. Did we just destroy everything? Blood for the blood gods. Blood for the blood gods. Blood for the...
Okay. Let me think. Okay. So this thing was placed inside the bag of holding versus the other way around.
Oh, thank God.
I wouldn't be thanking the Lord just yet.
Yeah, I know. I knew there was gonna be another part.
Okay.
What just happened?
It's gonna implode on itself.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
You just put a black hole into a vacuum of space.
If it was a black hole, then something very different would be happening. But maybe it has a similar effect without affecting the local gravity around it,
It's a controlled black hole.
which would make
that
no sense.
sucks
But
in- It's like a controlled
But
black
also,
hole that only
no
sucks
matter
in
how
and
intelligent
breaks-
Ataru is, there's no way she could possibly understand anything about astrophysics on that scale.
Yup. Only
Other
one
than
person.
other than basic things you could figure out by observing the stars with a telescope at most.
Okay.
Also, that's generally not the kinds of things that she studies.
And typically not a lot of stuff that you run into with this kind of stuff, this kind
Nah.
of time frame.
Nah.
Only person I would know who would even
Alright,
consider thinking
let's
about this
see.
is Tiffany's.
Activities. The astromancer.
She's the only, literally the astromancer. She's the only one we could question. Talk to.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2.
Well, that's if we
3,
even recognize this as like a
6,
space
7,
thing.
8, 9, 10,
No,
11,
considering the conversation
12,
that Hold the
13,
Door
14,
had
15,
with
16,
Tiffany's,
16.
just
I don't know.
through shock, mindset's not there, so I have to role play as in shock.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17.
Are you counting the dice that you're gonna be rolling to fuck me up?
18, no. Okay. So, as you put the bag over the sphere and cinch it tight, the bag explodes.
Oh god.
In a good way?
Just in a huge rift in space, literally rips right open like a tear in fabric.
Yup. Yup.
Hold and Milo, I need you to roll me a D18.
Me and Milo?
Or not hold. Hold and Ataru, roll me a
Okay.
D18 as the two of you are thrown into the rift.
Oh god!
Oh lord! with Rev's hand?
Are we rolling where we're gonna be?
Rev, roll me a D18.
Oh, cause you're
Oh no! Oh God in
I
heaven!
have to roll for. Do I have to roll for Donovan? Or would Donovan just follow me? Or actually just dissipate?
Bro,
Separate.
Donovan's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. God damn it, where did you teleport us to?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Fuck.
Oh!
Here, you want me to roll for Rev?
Someone needs to, yeah.
I got
yeah,
it.
either that or Milo. Let's
There we go.
see.
Rev got 11.
Okay, so...
many regrets.
Hey, Bitcoin!
Okay. Picone!
Son of a bitch. Now I'm an armless dwarf with a heavy ass coat on.
Okay,
flying
so
somewhere else.
Taru, you did 12. So that was... Oh no, whole was 8.
I was 8,
2, 3,
Ataru.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh no!
Oh no!
Welcome to the TPK podcast, where we just find new ways.
Alright.
to
Is this
TPK.
where Taru gets eye patch?
You know what? Hold on. I just realized Sock's gonna have to roll too.
Oh no!
Alright, so
Alright, you want me to put
Rev
a
got
roll out for
11.
Sock?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Should
6,
someone text Sophie
7,
and let her
8,
know where she
9,
is?
10, 11. Oh no!
Alright, I'm putting a roll out for Sock.
Oh no!
Sock got 18.
1, 2, 3,
Wait, is
4,
11 not
5,
good?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, nice.
Okay,
nice.
So, I guess we figured out that it is indeed a portal of some kind.
So,
Well, now it is.
that was a sphere of annihilation.
Oh. What the fuck does she mean by doing something wrong with it?
Uh,
Leo's
you'll find out later.
Oh,
But-
fucking hell.
In hindsight
we?
2020, hold as you get yeeted through, you think maybe that wasn't the orb that Sherazad placed.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of how he had a feeling.
I
let
was
me
thinking about that earlier.
pull up
Because of her
descriptions.
reaction.
I'm gonna now pull up descriptions of where all y'all got yeeted to.
Her reaction, it really was making him think, is this
Wait,
really?
This
So
is
then
a
it, so then is,
Planeswalker campaign now.
so is
Oh,
Milo
no!
so is Milo just fucking dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was obliterated.
But well, when she's like, I jump in immediately. I was like,
Your
Are you
reaction kinda
sure?
settled.
And you're like, never
Yeah,
mind. I'll
no,
just
when
stick
you-
my head in. I was like,
When you reiterated,
okay.
I was like, oh, Milo's
I was
dead.
I was like, all right, just ahead. We can come back from that. And then Rev's like, I'm yeeting myself in the body. And I was like, well, goddamn.
I was like,
That's
my theory
specifically
earlier
why
was
I
that if we
only
took
put
the
my
rest
head in
of
the orb.
Because you can
My
come
theory
back,
earlier-
yeah.
So
Well, you don't-
she,
you don't know.
so
was
Milo
like, if
rolled
we
a
brought
26,
Hold into
which
the-
allows you to control the orb, like move it around, like move the sphere of annihilation around. But she's like, familiar. So tell them what you thought familiar means. First of all, love you, Queen.
Oh my god.
Oh, did she think that it was a portal to the Feywilds or some shit?
That was a portal to Titan's Fall.
Sorry, I was washing my hands. Yeah, I thought it was a portal back to Titanfall because he was like, "You're familiar with it. It's a one-way portal," and I was like, "Okay, so maybe like Sherazade put this like portal orb here just for us to go on a friendship quest together and like get to know each other better." And he was like, "Oh, you're familiar with it," and I was just like, "Okay." In my head, I'm like, "Okay, place familiar. We're gonna get teleported back to like the basement of Arya's sexual emporium or something." And so that was like going through my head. And I was like, okay, but if that's not it, I'll just stick my head in. And if I have my head in and like my body is like fine on the outside, then I can still cast a spell.
All right.
And so I was definitely wrong about that. Sorry, it's kind of loud in here.
So now Milo's dead.
So my thought process was like,
Milo is dead.
so
potentially.
Rev earlier
Potentially.
wanted to bring the rest of
Potentially.
Hold through to like reunite him with his arms, and so Rev's idea was like, oh heck, her head is in there, or his head is in there. I need to bring the rest of his body so he can be whole again.
You know what's funny though? I'm an armless
I mean,
dwarf weighted down by a heavy blanket, but I still have a reincarnation.
So here's
Oh, fucking
here's
hell.
what is so funny about it all is that I get that train of thought, and believe it or not, had Milo stuck anything but their head in, they would have been fine because they have Emmy's charm of the mane,
Yeah.
which grows back
Yeah.
an arm,
Their arm would have grown back, yeah.
except for the head.
Except for the head, yeah. That's why I asked.
So
Did
I
we
was
see
losing my
anything
mind. I was like, oh
different
my
when-
goodness.
Like, that's why I asked. Did
So-
we see anything different when they stuck their head in because of the whole thing? But I was like, wait, that's not a
So,
limb. Never mind.
It's all right. At least y'all didn't like join hands and all jump through together.
Well, I would have been the only one to survive.
That would have ended the campaign.
No, I
That
would have been
so
alive.
good.
I would have been the
You would have
only
been
one
alive after being
alive.
disintegrated.
So
Yeah, but because
Vestris,
reincarnation.
Vestris like yeeted out Milo's neck and was like, "Oh fuck
Yeah.
no!"
No, if we all joined hands and jumped in, I would have spawned right next to the orb, wondering what the fuck just happened.
Oh shit, Catbug, can you roll for Vestris?
Secretly,
Oh, did she get? Yeah, she got sucked in as well.
she went somewhere y'all don't know. But so
Alright.
hold.
Where did I go?
Well, we somehow got rid of her in this campaign, apparently.
You wake up.
Well, Potentially.
Okay, where am I?
Or something.
You wake up. Tumultuous, hot, ashen wind blows in your face.
Who, me?
You're hold. You're face
okay.
down in the dirt, and you start to rend free of your blanket. Looking up, you see chaos. Fiends, demons battling, slashing at each other's throats, only to be revived seconds later, battling themselves.
Oh my god.
The sky, apocalyptic.
Wait, doesn't this
Death.
place not...
And chaos. A small little imp just kind of looks at you, and you look at it, and it kind of just laughs and runs back into the fray of battle. You look around. On one side to the east, you see terrible kind of planets scorched in fire, war and hurricanes. On the other, you see a bottomless pit in the sky of cosmos. Trapped in between warring sides, you find yourself amidst an eternal battlefield of demons and fiends. You know not where you are, but you know it is not good. You may roll insight as you look up in the sky, perhaps where you might be. On one side, the side of emptiness, you only know from the briefest stories told by your father that that is the endless pits of the abyss. But on the other side, you can only assume it to be a tumultuous hell. Your father only once spoke of the various planes of existence, of a prison known not just as any prison, but the prison. You have a sneaking suspicion that you are in the Tartarus depths of Carcery.
God damn it.
The area between Hades and the
He
abyss.
probably does.
Oh.
The infinite battlegrounds of demons and fiends. We'll come back to you later.
Fuck
I
yeah.
want to go home.
Ataru!
Fuck.
I'm so excited for
I am
Hold's
so
like
deep. I'm so
I can't wait to be
far
sent. I
down.
can't wait to have been sent to the plane of fire and just burn alive.
Ataru, you wake up in a shadowy black sea. On an island of white ashen sand, you look and there is black tar-like sea all around you. Behind you is a warped and twisted half-torso statue. Off in the distance are islands made of broken cogs and chains.
No.
I feel you as a
This place was destroyed too.
so you as a player know where you are, but Ataru does not, as you sit upon empty, white sand, black shores of nothingness.
Didn't this place get destroyed? I mean, whatever. Fuck this.
You
I'm over it.
closed the portal. You didn't destroy it.
God.
From the other campaign, Ataru or Raven knows that this is Mechanus, or what is left of it.
Yes.
oh nice. Very
Okay,
cool.
so remember how I said that the orb was giving me PTSD when he said it was 2D? So we had a similar portal that was like really like weird in 2D that had like this like calcification around it that kept expanding, and it was a portal to this place. And the creepy thing about it is when you went in, there was a copy of you that went
That
out,
came out. Yeah.
but it
Nice.
wasn't you. It was something different.
That's
and
why
we
in
know-
meta we knew instantly that wasn't the case.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Mother fucking shit.
Where the fuck? Mechanics?
I'm screwed.
Let
This is
us
so
find out where exactly in this plane Rev is in. Rev, roll me 1d9.
Isn't Rev even like not really conscious? He's just a piece of bark right now with
Just
his
a
conscious
hand.
sword in
he
it.
can plant
That's very
himself.
offensive.
Just a hand.
Roll 1d9 for Rev. Or does someone just roll
Alright.
1d9?
I got it.
I have so much regret.
You got
My
it.
boy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, not the place for a plant.
Oh no.
Plane of fire.
Rev's in heaven. It's a great
Rev,
time.
as you... Why would I roll 1d9 for the 4 elemental planes, Raven?
You want me to roll 1d4?
Oh.
Well,
No.
it's in any of the planes, or it's
No.
Damn
one
it,
of-
Chris.
We already know what... I already know what plane he's on. He has to roll
Oh.
which layer.
No.
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh.
Rev, as you kind of sink into the charred volcanic rock,
Oh.
it feels hot. Your senses
wow.
start to come in, but you feel that even the air is unbearably hot like that of a desert. It is going to be a struggle growing in such an environment, but you do so. You dig deep, and you bury yourself in a desperate attempt to regrow. Unsure of where you are, you make your best. And as a player, you are in Felagos, the fourth hell.
God.
The fiery world of eternal damnation filled with active volcanoes, rivers of liquid fire, molten rock, ash hills, smoking pits, unbearable heat, and tremors and earthquakes.
Well,
Nice.
Rev is gonna rise like a phoenix from the ashes.
It's gonna be
yeah,
a
and
fire.
I
He's
see what
gonna-
Red looks like
he's
growing
gonna
in a volcanic
grow-
environment.
He's gonna grow and like a bonsai, just against all odds, and come back as like a wildfire druid or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hold is
Not
gonna
a
have
druid,
to
no.
Doomslayer his way out. Ataru is
With
gonna
no
have to
arms.
wander their way through a dead realm. Rev is gonna have to grow in the fiery plains of the fourth hell.
Yeah. Well, sadly, saying
Sock.
this, I'm glad I have restoration because I cannot fight in my current state.
Sock,
Milo has a bit of a harder
awakens
journey back. It's
their
just
eyes opening as trees, woodland creatures, and fairies
damn it.
kind of gently pat the sweat off of Sock's forehead. And a tall, fairy-like entity of beautiful butterfly wings says, "Awaken, weary traveler. You're in a safe place." And that is where we'll conclude for Sock, as they
We just
awaken
end up
in the Feywild.
Yeah, but they got
Yep.
the best solution out of all this.
Safe is relevant.
I
Safe.
know
safe-
Feywilds isn't the
safe
safest
is-
place, but it's safer than the areas we're in.
It's safer than the
Oh, I
fourth
know.
layer of
Safe-
hell.
I
Safe
gotta
is
straight up
very
Doom Slayer
relevant.
this shit.
I'm in a dead world. I'm in a dead realm that we
Yeah.
closed the only known portal to.
This is gonna be fun because it's just gonna be hold the door running constantly.
Well,
Let's see.
I didn't expect this to happen today, but
No,
I'll
no,
take
me
I'll
neither.
take the L on this one.
I didn't
No,
expect
this
this to happen today. This was just gonna be. This was just gonna be like a, oh, that's a scary thing. Let's leave. I was not expecting the campaign to be altered in such a way when Sophie was in here.
Yeah.
That's like with the
I mean-
hysterical laughter. You could tell Holdador lost his shit. He started calming down. He's about to get realistic, and then next thing you know,
They're jumping in.
Rev and Milo go in, and then there goes the hysterical laughter again.
Yeah.
He's losing his
And-
shit.
And I misread his hints, so
It's okay.
I'm not the one.
It's
Yeah,
I'm not
and
the one
with,
who
and with
needed
them
us
thinking,
in
with them
frickin'
thinking it was some kind of portal, Atara was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to like take this entryway back, and hopefully we can get them out of it. And
First
I
off,
love and I hate that I play my character the way they feel.
the crazy fact that Ataru just like, I'm gonna put this bag over the.
you pulled a hold the door. You pulled a one wisdom movement there.
I
Like,
I don't have much wisdom. I also have much
intelligence.
wisdom.
Sorry, you have high intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you
I
pulled like a
mean,
no intelligence.
Well, the bag salesman did say don't.
Did he?
Yeah, he told you what the
Don't
bag is like.
interact with the bag.
Oh.
It's
I'll
about
remember
4
that.
deep. It can't, it can't take more than 500 pounds. But also, don't put it near no portals.
Oh, I don't remember that.
He said, don't fuck around.
If you fuck around, you might find out.
I just wanted to try to. I was holding on to fucking the straws of like maybe we can bring them back if we just take this back to town and be like, hey,
What's that?
man,
Garazad did say retrieve the orb.
Okay.
Well, Hold the door had
If-
no chance to calm down.
If I knew I could control it, none of this would have happened.
So
But
what's
I
the
was just
next
like,
move?
haha, it's a portal.
Ha ha ha.
Haha, stick my head in.
I'm in hell with no arms.
I thought I was gonna go through the portal and find Hold's arms,
We're
and then I was
getting-
gonna cast like sending and be like, hey,
Send
we
him
just
back.
teleported
Found
back
your
to.
arms.
Yeah,
With
found
your
fucking
arms.
We're
like-
getting
like-
further away. Sorry.
I never would have thought playing this campaign it turned into like a little wholesome, adventures going around the town to now we're in a multi-plane campaign.
We're getting further away from our slice of life
I
vibes.
know it's getting worse and
Bring
worse.
it back.
You know,
I
as,
don't want to go
as much as
back.
I wanna
as much
go
as this
back.
sucks, as much as this sucks for all of us, can you imagine Catbug having to write what happens next?
It's basically gonna be solo adventures where everyone's gonna have to like one person's gonna have to literally doomslayer their way home.
Right.
The next person is gonna have some deep inter-reflection and like quiet, like is the like freaking
Lose their
end of
shit.
neon
Yeah.
Evangelion their way out.
Yeah.
One person through pure spite and anger and perseverance is gonna have to just grow their body back in the most
come out so
unbelievable
different.
environment and then find their way out. One person is just gonna is gonna have to. Who
Not get eaten
knows?
by a red
Who-
cat.
Honestly,
Who
yeah.
knows what?
Wild.
Like,
We're all gonna come back. We're gonna see each other. We're gonna be
can't
so
be- I
fucking
can't believe-
different.
who knows what
can't-
side's gonna happen? Who knows what's gonna happen to Milo?
Oh god.
I might have
Wait,
just a bunch of session zeros of MacArthur going on.
I think that's probably the best way to even do this right
Where
now.
he's like, what in fucking tarnation?
I think doing
Cecil
session
just
zeros would be the
stumbles.
best way to do this shit.
And
honestly.
then,
Stumbles upon a tear in space time. He's like,
and
what
then
the fuck is
He
my
was in the
favorite part is
field
where
just
is
tending
where
his
I
sheep.
put Vestris,
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
God.
the glow up.
I can't fucking believe I ended up in goddamn Mechanus.
That's so good.
Most of my session's gonna be me running. I
Yo,
can't.
Cap is hell.
I can hit people with my legs, but I can't fight.
Yeah,
when
Captain
some-
Falcon,
when-
get it.
Immediately, I was like, send her to the blood rift.
Oh.
But no.
I was honestly waiting for when you said that imp walked up to me and started just snickering. I was expecting it just to stab me.
Stab you in the eye.
Yeah, just stab me in the fucking neck. I'm like, well, I'm dead. No, wait, reincarnation. I got my arms back.
Dude, if we got to trade and I got to go to hell, that would have been how I became Eye Patch.
Oh no, fucking.
How do you know you're not
hold the
going to
doors
become
ready.
eye patch in that layer?
I'm eye patch. No, hold the doors ready. He wants to fight, but at the same, I know he wants to fight. It's just more the situation.
Dude, Hold the Door could have like a what is it, season 2, season 3 Deku type moment
Oh
where he realizes that like
God.
fighting with his legs is cooler than fighting with his arms.
That's what he's gonna have to do till he dies. He doesn't know he can reincarnate.
True.
I do, so he's
All
gonna have
I'm
to fight with
saying
his
is-
legs.
Vestra's going to have a glow up.
Oh God.
Heck yeah.
Good or bad glow up?
There's no bad glow ups.
Oh, that's true.
True.
You know this.
Yeah, I know.
She got yeeted into the abyss.
I have
God.
so much regret.
Which abyss?
We're gonna
Plane
come
with
back.
700 plus layers, all of them bad.
Oh God.
I have so many.
Not only are we gonna come back and hopefully eventually find each other, we're gonna be so different. Who knows how much time is gonna pass?
I just want to go back.
Dude, yeah, you're stuck in the void.
I just wanted to take my friends home and hopefully do something about it. And
Well, you did something about it.
You guys thought Hold the Door was somewhat heartless? He's gonna come out of this bitch like Vidar.
oh
It
god,
really went
no.
from losing one party member to all of us being thrown across the galaxy. So-
I'm so sorry.
Wait, am I pretty much just gonna? Am I in the same place that Val got sent to?
No.
Wait,
Okay.
this
Okay.
Thal
Hold
got
his
put in the
arm
first
lift.
layer.
Oh, that. Oh, am I? Oh.
Thal,
hold his
So I'm
arm
deeper
list
than
and in
Thal?
hell.
no, you're outside that. You're in between hell and the
Oh.
abyss.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's
where
in
they
like Fight
fight.
Club.
Yeah.
It's
so
Fight Club. Okay.
I'm just gonna put this in as a reminder. So
So I'm in the area of just like the no man's land.
hold the door went to Carceri, Ataru, Mechanus, Rev.
Oh, do you not remember? Rev went to the plane of trees.
Plane of trees.
Dude, if I come back from Mechanus as like a tinkerer god, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just spend my entire time in Mechanus
This is-
fucking inventing wild
You
shit.
just rebuild Mechanus.
I mean, who knows
What is,
what
like,
y'all can do? It is an open book of
This is
how
like
y'all
sandbox
can grow
mode right
as a
now.
character.
Yeah. No, I love this. This is actually amazing.
I don't love this. I want to go back
But
home to a slice
I
of life.
think
Guys.
we will call it